How we doing, class? We're going on a debt payoff rampage this week. All right. Got a bunch of forms submitted, so I need to make sure I'm staying on top of my game. All right. So I need your help to hold me accountable, and I need help from you to hold you accountable as well. Okay. So look, doing the numbers, listen. $11.5 million in debt of only 104 households. My friend, how do we make sense of that? Right? Come on. That's a lot of damn money that we're in debt. We got to kill this, all right? So look, 7 to 10 years, we're going to accomplish this, all right? Together. I am committed to you. Don't worry if I haven't reached out to you yet. It's only because I take a lot of time on each and every situation. And I'd like your opinion. I'm thinking about doing like a private Facebook Live or like a Zoom webinar call or like a Google Hangout. Get all you guys that filled out a form together in groups of like 20. Right, like 20, and all together we're going to collaborate, we're going to ask questions, I'm going to answer them, we're going to move forward, I'm going to help you out, okay, you're going to help me out, right, and we're going to make it happen. 7 to 10 years, that's it, to kill over $11.5 million of debt. 7 to 10 years. Can we do it? I think we can. With the velocity banking method, cash flow banking, whatever we want to call it, debt acceleration, listen, it's a strategy, it works, it's proven, right? Just got to do the math, you got to know your chunks, you got to know your numbers on a monthly basis, all right? There's no need for budgeting when you know your numbers, okay? When you know your numbers, all you got to do is review. All right, this is how much I spend here, and this is how much I spend here, and this is how much I spend here. There's no need to budget. Like, I only have to spend here, and I can only spend this, and I can only spend that. That mindset of budgeting puts you in a stressful environment, and that is not the goal here. We are trying to remove ourselves out of stress, out of fear, out of doubt, lack of faith, lack of unbelief, and move into intention, right? Move into authority, right? And call those things that we want to occur, commit to in our lives. We want to make things happen. We want to really, I'm trying to think of that verse in Romans. Darn it, it doesn't come to me right now. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about when God was talking about, call those things that are not there as if they were, or something like that. All right. He's basically trying to tell us, have faith, right? Have faith that when you believe, right, when you stand firm, that those things will occur that you want. He'll give you the things that your heart desires, right? So let's dive into this example. Let's not waste any more time, man. Come on. Look. Take your notes out. I got numbers to give you. 33-year-old female, right? Security officer. That's her line of work in Illinois area, so shout out to Illinois. All right. Income, $2,600 a month. Expenses, $2,129. Debt, $24,586. Not much, so we can work with this. Cash flow is about $471. Okay. Now, currently we do not possess a debt weapon. Currently, that's okay. We don't have the line of credit, but what we do have is credit cards. Now, I've had someone, 2 people, comment a website called Plastic. I haven't done my homework on it. I just went on the website, and it looks like you can pretty much pay anything using their system to pay your bills. The only thing that I'm seeing is that it charges you 2.5% for every transaction. So every pretty much bill. All right, that might be a little too expensive than to just take what we can pay with credit from our own credit card and not paying any interest at all. So I'm going to do the math. I'm going to do a video where I use plastic for an example versus not using plastic, and let's see who pays more in interest and who pays off the debt faster. Okay? Now I have a feeling that plastic might win in terms of paying debt off faster, but at the same time, they might have to pay more in interest in a shorter period of time, if that makes sense, versus just taking what we can pay with credit, more of a conservative route, kind of guaranteeing ourselves, success, where, you've got to learn the system, you got to learn this plastic thing, you got to learn whatever it is. And I'm telling you right now, I don't really know about it, but something to look into. Another thing I'd like you guys to look into is a website. I'll have the link in the description. It's called Financial Sudoku. Okay. I met a gentleman, reached out to me, awesome guy. He knows velocity banking better than me times 10. Okay. His vocabulary is superb. All right. So if you want to talk to someone that is like not only analytical but can like give you finite details breaking down velocity banking, you're going to want to also reach out to him. He's got a website where you could literally plug in your numbers on a monthly basis, and it'll spit out, an algorithm showing you when you'll have each and every debt paid off and the amount of interest you'll pay on the line of credit and the savings. And there's just a ton of information on there that I can't give in all one video, but I highly suggest checking that out as well. It's kind of like a good accountability partner, I should say. It's like having me and this other guy in a computer, just looking at you all day long, right? And your numbers. Pretty cool. So, you got that information, right? We're starting off with a current credit card debt of $1,500. All right. Add up these expenses right here. So we've got different expenses. This one right here is the credit card payment itself. And then this right here is her cash flow. All right. So you add up all the numbers. We've got $1,307 going in to the credit card to lower the balance. $805 going out that same month. Okay. And then $502 of cash flow stays in. Do the math. 5, 10, 15. 2 to 3 months. Paid off. All right. Boom. Next one. We got another credit card. $3,037 is the debt amount. Okay. Now, that 31 is cash flow increase, so that's how I got a higher number. So $1,332 going in. Same number, 805 of expenses coming out. 527 stays in. Okay, do the math. 5 to 6 months, done. And at this point is when we're going to revisit acquiring our debt weapon. Very important. We need to acquire that debt weapon. So I'm going to have her get a line of credit unsecured for about $10,000. Okay. And at this point, what's interesting is, would you agree that as we're doing velocity banking, if we're focusing all our attention on one debt at a time, using our cash flow and our income, would you agree that at the same time you're also paying off all the other debts you got going on? So when you do the timeline, you've got to minus all those payments, right? So for 2 to 3 months and then 5 to 6 months, right? You just minus all those payments. You'll be able to project the debt payoffs on those things. So in her situation, we had a personal loan that I think had a balance of like $2,000 or so. But by that time, 2019, halfway into 2019, that personal loan will be done, to be paid off. So that'll be an increased cash flow of 123. So that's where I got my number over here from, this 650. So after we've got these two cards paid off, now we acquired our debt weapon. We have an increased cash flow of 650.53 a month. Times that by 12. Here's our chunk amount. Didn't write that. But here's our new chunk amount from this line of credit. Now it's a little high. I know. It's a little high. But again, it's a small line of credit, so it's okay. Plus, her cash flow is much higher, so this will be paid off a lot quicker. And on top of that, we now have the ability to dump all of our expenses. So this was only $805, but now we got to add the other 1,000 or so in expenses, right? So she's got that same income. Okay, so what, dude, if all she did is gets a dollar raise between now and 9 months from now, which I know she can do, that increases the debt payoff on the line of credit even faster. Okay, so our new chunk amount, 7806.36, 2,600, which is our income, is going back into the line of credit. 1,949.47 is coming out of the line of credit. $650.53 stays in the line of credit. Okay, and here is her debt. It's a $13,000 student loan debt. So if you made a chunk of 7806, boom, you cut that thing right in half and save a ton of money on interest, right? You also increase your cash flow that month for whatever the monthly payment was, which also gives us a boost, right? This line of credit will be zeroed out within 11 months, right? Or even sooner, right? Probably sooner. By 2020, right? So we've got, it took us 2 to 3 months. October, right? We're in December. Okay, got one credit card done. January takes us like 5-6 months. All right, we're in like May, June-ish. Okay. Then we come over here, do a whole year from June 2019 to June 2020, right? The balance of the student loan should be about 4,000 left. I'm the person that I'm doing this for, you know what that number is. So there's like 3-4 grand left. All right. And I want to say on the low end, it'll take us till December 2020 to pay that off. Now we're debt free. We're happy. We're rocking and rolling. She's dancing. She's 35 years old now, completely debt free. Cash flow's rocking and rolling. Okay. And our next steps. Okay, what are our next steps, man? Look, she's going to be cash flowing like well over 12 grand a year. Is that the number we went over? Think so? Don't have the best notes here right now. But I want to say her cash flow is going to be about 12,000 a year once we've paid off all the credit cards, right? So our cash flow went from initially starting off at 471, and we boosted it all the way up to 1,000, right? So that's 12,000 a year. What can she do with this money? take 50%, right? Invest in yourself. She is into makeup. That's her thing. She can start a YouTube channel. She can start an Instagram page, Facebook Live, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all the different areas that she can possibly get into, right? And she's going to attend networking events and business events, and she's just going to go ham, right? 50%, $6,000, invest in yourself. But are we just going to throw $6,000 of our cash? Or can she use any of these debt weapons to her advantage? Can she not? Of course, right? Matter of fact, she could have one of these credit cards, increase the line of credit to like 10 grand, 5 grand or something, call them up, be like, I need 0% promotion for 18 months. What can you do for me? If they come back at her and say, yeah, we'll give you 12, 0%, balance transfer, whatever you want. Here you go. Cool. Use that money, invest in her business throughout the year, right? And then she takes that $6,000, pays herself back. Meanwhile, she's going to acquire another $6,000 throughout the year, is she not? Of course, right? So she's flipping the money there. Then she can take the other 50% and acquire an asset. Maybe she can get a property that she wants, or maybe she can, go 100% in her business, whatever she likes. Or she can be real smart and real effective, and she can dump 50%, right, or less. Just pick a number, $6,000. Dump it into our savings asset. Start storing cash tax-free. Secure that wealth bucket. Get that legacy money going, right? And she can combine the two to acquire real estate. Maybe she wants to dip into some stocks, I don't know, right? Or buy some high-end makeup product. Or maybe she can get a storefront, a location, put some money down on a lease. It's infinite what the possibilities that we can flow with, right? So I'd like to cut it here. Hope that was very clear for you. I'm constantly changing up my designs and how I lay it out for you, and just comment, be like, I like that video you did like 2 weeks ago. That was better. Do it that way. Or I like this one, or I like that one. Hey, this is yours, man. This is your channel. You tell me what to do. I'm merely a tool in this operation of paying off debt at a rapid rate. Okay? Thank you so much. My name is Denzel. Have a wonderful day, and talk to you soon. Bye.